Hello everyone, welcome to the course on Python for Mechanical Engineers and Robotics using ChatGPT. I am Chintan Morsia, your instructor, and I will be guiding you through this course using different modules to understand the use of Python in the field of mechanical engineering. Python, as many of you may already know, is a versatile and beginner-friendly programming language. Today, we will dive into why the Python has become an essential tool for modern mechanical engineers and explore its numerous applications in this field. Python is high-level, interpreted, interactive, and object-oriented scripting language. Python is designed to be highly readable. It uses English keywords frequently, whereas other languages use punctuations. And it has fewer syntactical constructions than other languages. Why these all are the advantages, we will understand in our further sessions. Python is an open source and cross-platform programming language. It is available for use under Python Software Foundation license. And it is available on all the major operating system platforms like Linux, Windows, and Mac. To facilitate new features and to maintain that readability, the Python Enhancement Proposal process was developed. This process allows anyone to submit a PEP for a new feature, library, or other addition. The design philosophy of Python emphasizes on simplicity, readability, and unambiguity. Python is known for its batteries included approach, as Python software is distributed with a comprehensive standard library of functions and modules. Python supports imperative, structured, as well as object-oriented programming methodologies, as we already discussed. Python code style is actually more of a design philosophy and suggests to write a code which is clean, simple, beautiful, explicit, and readable. Python was developed by Guido van Rossum in the late 90s and in early 90s at the National Research Institute for Mathematics and Computer Science in Netherlands. Now let us discuss the important features of the Python. Python is evolving every day, where now the Python 3.x is receiving regular updates. Python's developer community is focusing on performance improvements, making it more efficient while retaining its ease of use. The first feature is the Python is interpreted. Python is processed at runtime by the interpreter. Here you do not need to compile your program before executing it. Python converts the source code to bytecode using the interpreter and then executes the bytecode using the Python virtual machine, which translates it into the machine code instructions for the processors to execute. As we already know, computer can only understand the binary language, that is the 0 and 1. So to get it converted into the machine code, the Python virtual machine is provided. Python language is interactive, as you can actually sit at a Python prompt and interact with the interpreter directly to write your programs. Python is object-oriented. That means Python supports object-oriented style or technique of programming that encapsulates code within objects. The meaning of object-oriented is you may see any physical entity, it may be a living or non-living, nearer to your environment. You can convert each entity into the different variables, methods, and the functions using this concept of object-oriented language. How this object-oriented language is useful, that again we will understand in our further sessions. Python is the greatest language for the beginner level programmers and supports the development of wide range of applications from simple text processing to browsers to the games. Python is being heavily used for machine learning, artificial intelligence, and data science. So for sure, its future remains bright. Its role in these rapidly growing fields ensures that Python will stay relevant for further years. Python is also increasingly becoming the first programming language taught in the schools and universities worldwide. So it solidifies its place in the tech landscape. So I hope you got the idea that how important to understand the Python language is, not only with the perspective of mechanical engineering, but with the perspective of the current development. We must need to have the knowledge of any of the best used programming language in the current market era. In our next session, we will also understand the significance of Python in the mechanical engineering field. Looking forward to see you all in our further session. Till then, thank you. Hello everyone. In this session, we will understand the significance of Python in mechanical engineering. Computer programming may not be our main focus as mechanical engineers, but in today's digital world, these skills are crucial. Learning a user-friendly language like Python can pay a huge dividends. Since this language Pre-equipped with all the scientific and mathematical tools we need, it's easy to expand Python scripting into many use cases as your command over it grows. Python can open doors to faster and more optimized workflow. It can simulate a huge amount of data, and most crucially, it can automate boring and tedious tasks so that they are finished in a matter of seconds. Using Python, you can use built-in functions to run numerical analysis faster and easier than ever before. You may make use of many packages that come with Python like numpy, pandas, scipy, matplotlib, and many more to make your work faster based on your requirements. With just a little bit of setup in the beginning, you can use Python to write a program that will execute any calculations you need in an instant. Considering so many different uses of Python in the mechanical engineering, there are top 4 uses of Python in mechanical engineering. Let us understand the use of Python in data analysis and the simulation field. The most widely used Python application is numerical analysis. It would take a long time to answer problems analytically when linear equations and ordinary differential equation and partial differential equations are involved. In mechanical engineering, boundary conditions are frequently present, making numerical analysis problems twice as difficult to solve. Assume you are attempting to determine the pressure difference across a pipe with a liquid running through it. Not only will solving the problem take an eternity, but obtaining correct data and plotting the difference in a graph will be nearly impossible. You may solve such problems in a couple of seconds with programming languages and get graphical simulation at the same time. Learning numerical analysis and coding gives up a world of possibilities in industries such as manufacturing, automotive, energy, and even software engineering like thermal engineers. Mechanical or thermal engineers are employed by software businesses such as Google and Facebook to ensure the efficient and safe thermal management of their database and cluster systems. These engineers build scripts in programming languages like Python using numpy and pandas library and then import them into the CFD software to evaluate a variety of ideas. So you may think of the possibilities of using Python in your field. It is having a vast variety of uses, but you need to have the open mind to understand all these different possibilities. Secondly, let us understand the use of Python in thermodynamics. Python can be used to address problems with classical thermodynamics. You may develop a code to solve your problem and save time, whether it includes chemical kinetics or fluid dynamics. Industries in the real world are unconcerned about how you solve problems or finish jobs. You may either spend 60% of your time addressing the mathematical or thermodynamic problems and rushing through the remaining 40% of the assignment, or you can spend 20% of your time tackling these problems in Python and focusing on the genuine issues at the end. Your efficiency is the sole aspect of your result that matters. Python has a large library and a straightforward syntax that makes it simple to address difficult issues. Third major application is the computational fluid dynamics. Python has a wide range of applications in the field of computational fluid dynamics. You will need to develop your scripts in programming languages like MATLAB or Python to simulate difficulties with the CFD softwares. You may write scripts for pre-processing, simulations, and post-processing in CFD. This efficiently handles the complex fluid dynamics problems also. You may also integrate the Python libraries like numpy and scipy with the CFD software to streamline your workflows. Fourth major use of Python is in control system and in robotics. Control systems are essential in mechanical engineering for designing automated machines, robotics, and processes. They help ensure that a system behaves in a predictable and desired manner by regulating its inputs and outputs. Python, with its robust libraries like control and matplotlib, simplifies the analysis, design, and simulation of control systems, making it accessible even to those with minimal programming experience. In conclusion, Python is revolutionizing the field of mechanical engineering. Its versatility, ease of use, and the powerful libraries make it an indispensable tool for addressing both routine and complex engineering problems. Whether you are a student exploring new possibilities or a seasoned professional looking to enhance efficiency, Python has something to offer you. So we may say that Python is a game changer for mechanical engineers. Thank you for joining me today, and I encourage you to start integrating Python into your engineering workflow. You will be amazed by what you can achieve. Hello everyone. In this session, you will understand how to set up a Python development environment to run a Python program in your computer. For those who prefer to install Python on your computer, this guide will walk you through the installation process on Windows. To install Python on your Windows, first go to the Google Chrome. Here you need to go to the Visual Studio Code website. For that, type Visual Studio Code download. In the first link, you will find the option Visual Studio Code link. So select that link. Here you will see the setup is available for the Windows, for different Linux operating systems, and for the Mac. So for your required system, you may download any setup. Here we will download the Windows setup. So go to Windows and select it. Now Chrome will automatically start downloading the VS Code. Once the downloads complete, you will find it in the download section, and here you will find the VS Code setup. Now run this installer, and here just you need to follow the installation process. So first you need to select the agreement, select next. Here keep these two options selected, register code as an editor and add to path. Select next and click on install. So it will take some time based on your computer system, and the VS Code gets installed into your system. Once the installation completes, you will see this screen. Currently, we do not want to launch the Visual Studio Code, so unselect this and click on finish. Next, we need to download the Python installer. So to download the Python installer, go to the Python official website. So for that, go to the search bar and now type Python download. Here in the first link, you will see the official Python website. Select this link. Once the link is open, you will see that the website automatically detects your operating system and gives you the right installer. So here it is already mentioned, download the latest version for Windows. At the time I am downloading this software, the current version is the Python 3.13.0. There might be a possibility the version might differ based on your timing. Select download Python and it gets downloaded, and you will see it into the download history. Now run the installer. Depending on your security settings, you might be prompted to allow the access. Simply allow it and go to proceed. Once you have run the installer, you will come across this screen. On the screen, you will see two options, install now and customize installation. We suggest you to skip all customization steps and simply click install now. Before you click on the install now, you need to check on add python.exe to path, as it ensures Python is added to our system's path variable, which is recommended. And you may also click on use admin privileges when installing python.exe. Click install now, as it will include all the necessary files needed later. Selecting these options make it easier to run Python program from the command prompt directly without specifying the full path of the Python executable. Setup progress may take time based on your computer system. Once the setup was successful, you will see the screen and click on close. After the installation is complete, you can verify whether the Python is installed by using some of the commands. So for that, first you need to go to the command prompt. So for that, click on Windows button and type command prompt and open this application. Now to verify the Python version, you need to type Python space dash dash version and hit enter. So here you will see the Python number 3.13.0. Keep in mind that the version number might differ from the one above depending on your installed version. So with this, you are all set to run Python program on your device. In our next video, we will start with running your first Python program. I hope you are excited to run your first Python program. So stay connected in the next video and we will start our journey with the Python programming. Hello everyone. Now we are at the point where you can run your first Python program. So to run your first program, first open VS Code. Here, click on the file in the top menu and then select new file. So go to file, select new file. Here you will be prompted to select the file type or to enter the file name. So let us enter the file name first underscore program. Here you need to keep in mind that you need to save this file with .py extension. This is the Python file extension. So let us keep it .py. Hit enter. Once you hit enter, you will be prompted to save the file. You need to select the folder where you want to save your file. After selecting this folder, go to this file name. Here file name will appear, that is the first underscore program, and provide the extension .py and select create file. Now once you save this file, in 99% cases you will see the pop-up asking, do you want to install the recommended Python extension from the Microsoft for the Python language? And it is recommended that you select install. Once you select install, the extension will appear and it will start installing extension of Python in your Visual Studio Code. You need to wait till Python gets installed in your VS Code system. Once Python is installed, you will see that it will appear that the system is installed. Now there might be a possibility you have not received that pop-up, so no need to worry. Again, you can install this Python by going to the extension section. So for that, in the VS Code, you need to click on the extension on the left side bar. So here you will find the option extensions. Click on extensions. Once you click on extensions, you will find the search option, and here in the search option you need to type Python. You will find so many different Python extensions, but from that you need to select Python extension by Microsoft and click on install. So once you click on this, again you will find the same window and you need to select on the install. Once this extension is installed, we are good to go with our first program. So now click on close of this window. Again, let us hide this extension. And now the file is created with the name first underscore program.py. Now you need to write the code as mentioned over here, keeping in mind the capital and smaller cases also, because this language is also case sensitive. Now write the code in this file as I am mentioning. First write print within round bracket and within double quote type welcome to Python learning course. So here we have wrote the first file related to the Python. Now to run this file, you need to click on the run button on the top right side of your screen. So at this top right side, you will find the run button, and here it is mentioned run Python 5. So click on it. So at the bottom, terminal window will open, and here you will see the output welcome to Python learning screen. Using this print option, we have printed whatever output we are requiring on the screen. So I hope you are excited after running this first Python program, and you are happy to learn more about this Python programming language and how we can create more complex problems and we can solve this more complex problem using this Python language. In our next video onwards, we will learn about the Python interactive shell and running different Python scripts. So looking forward to see you all in our further videos. Till then, thank you. Hello everyone. Welcome to the next session on Python interactive shell and its scripts. The Python interactive shell and the script running capabilities form the foundation of working with Python. These tools allow engineers and programmers to quickly execute Python commands, debug code, and run complex programs. Let's explore how to use the interactive shell, create Python scripts, and execute them effectively. The Python interactive shell is also known as the REPL, that is the read, evaluate, print, and loop. It is a command line environment that lets you execute Python commands one at a time and see results immediately. So some of the features of this interactive shell are, it has an instant feedback. That means you can execute commands and view the results instantly. It is also useful for experimentation. So mostly it is ideal for testing small pieces of code or learning Python syntax. And it is easily accessible as it comes with pre-installed with Python, so it requires no additional setup. To launch the interactive shell in Windows, you need to go to the command prompt, or in Mac, you need to go to the terminal. So for the case of Windows, first open the command prompt. After opening the command prompt, type Python in Windows. If you are having the Mac, then you need to type Python 3 in the terminal and then hit enter. Once you hit the Python, you will see the prompt like this, and now you are present in the Python interactive shell. So here you can try simple commands including the arithmetic operations or maybe the variable assignments and many more. Let us say we want to perform the arithmetic operations. So type 2 plus 3, hit enter, and here you will get the output 5. Suppose I want to create a variables. That means I want to assign values to the variable and then want to perform mathematical operations. So let us say I want to assign x equal to 10, hit enter, y equal to 5. And now I want to print the multiplication of x and y. So we can write x into y and hit enter. So again, you will get the output to be 50. So as you can see, you can perform very simple operations. You can understand syntax using this Python interactive cell. Here I will be giving you some basic functionalities to make you aware of the Python use, but we will understand each functionality in detail in our further sessions. So let us say I want to assign a name, and name equal to, I want to type guess how. So I will write within double quote guess how and double quote over. Now hit enter. Now suppose I want to convert this name into the uppercase letter. So again, this functionality is available inbuilt in the Python. So for that you need to write name dot. We want to convert it into the uppercase. So inbuilt functionality available is you need to type upper and then round brackets and hit enter. So now you will get the output in capital letters. Let us say I am having the list of numbers and I want to find the sum of that numbers. So for that I may write like this, nums equal to, within square bracket I will provide the values. So values being the 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Hit enter. Now I want to find the summation of these values. So again, inbuilt functionality available is I will type sum and within bracket I will pass variable nums and hit enter. So here you will see the output to be 15. So as you can see, you can perform very basic operations in these interactive cell and you can understand the different concepts or the syntax in interactive cell very easily. The major limitation of this interactive cell is it is great for quick tasks, but it's not suitable for large programs or saving work. For such cases, you need to use the Python script. Python script is simply a text file containing a Python code and saved with the .py extension. And we have already created the Python script in our previous video in which we have ran our first program. So to create the Python script, this Python interactive cell is not useful and we need to go to the Visual Studio Code. So to exit from this command prompt or the Python interactive cell, you can type exit and hit enter. And to close the command prompt, you can directly click on this close button. Now open the Visual Studio Code. Once the VS Code is open, again go to File, select a new file. And suppose we want to create a Python script to find the area of rectangle. So provide the name of file to be area.py, hit enter, select the file location, again provide the file name to be the area.py and select create file. It will create a new file and new window will open with the name area.py. Now as we already know, the area of the rectangle is length into width. So to find the area, we need to provide the length and width and then we need to perform the multiplication operation. So let us define the variable length equal to 5, width equal to 10. We will store the answer into the variable area. So area equal to length into width. Hit enter. Now to get the output on the screen, we need to use the command print within round bracket. Let us type the area of rectangle is, then after double quote, comma, and we will provide the our variable that is the area. So it will print first area of rectangle is and the value of area. We will understand how to use this print function in our further videos. Now to run the program, go to this run button and click on it. So it will open the terminal window and here you will see the output. The area of rectangle is 50. Now so this file is saved and you can change the value of length and width and accordingly every time you will get your output. So these scripts are useful where we want to store our programs and want to run these again and again based on requirement. So understanding the interactive cell and Python script lays the groundwork for efficient Python programming. The cell is perfect for quick experiments while Scripts are better suited for reusable and complex projects. With these tools, you can quickly prototype ideas and scale them into a full-fledged applications. I hope you got the idea how to make use of these Python interactive cell and the Python scripts. Now from our next video onwards, we will start understanding basic Python syntax. So looking forward to see you all in our next video. Till then, thank you. Hello everyone. In this session, we will understand how to provide comments in Python programming. Comments in Python are lines of text in your code that are ignored by the Python interpreter. They are used to explain the purpose of the code, clarify complex logic, and make the program easier to understand for others and yourself also. So this video explains the different types of comments in Python, their use, and best practices for writing effective comments. There are two types of comments in Python, single line comments and the multi-line comments. To understand that, let us go to the Visual Studio Code. Now as we have already discussed, you can create a folder and save your file in that specific folder with the extension .py. Now once you are open in that folder, you can directly create a new file by going to this left hand sidebar of the VS Code, click on this Explorer, and here you will see list of programs that you have created till now. So in this section, programs is mentioned, that is folder name in my case. In your case, folder name may be different. To the right hand side of it, you will find the different options to create a new file, new folder. So here we want to create a new file, so click on it and provide the file name with the .py extension. Let us give file name to be comments.py. Now you can hide this explorer by again clicking on it. First we will understand the single line comments. A single line comment start with the hashtag symbol. So to provide the comment, first you need to type hashtag, and now you can write any of the comment that you want to provide to your program. Let us write use of comments in Python. Again hit enter. Now suppose I am considering x equal to 10 and I want to print x, so type print x and run the program. So here in the terminal you will find that the output is 10, but the statement that we have written using the hashtag symbol is not printed or not executed in the program. So this comment is used on a specific line to explain a piece of code briefly, but it is not executed by the interpreter. So how this comment is useful? Let us say we have already mentioned x equal to 10. So now we want to explain to someone that what is the meaning of x equal to 10. So we may use this hashtag symbol and now type it is the assignment of value 10 to the variable x. So we can write assigning value 10 to the variable x. So this comment explain what is the meaning of x equal to 10. Same way, next statement we have written the print x. So if you want to explain someone what is the meaning of print x, again we can type hashtag. And the purpose of this print function is it prints output on the terminal or the console. So let us write useful for getting output on console. So I hope that you got the idea what is the use of comments in this Python program. Now second one is the multi-line comments. So as the name suggests, we can provide the comments to the multiple line also. The first useful approach is we may use multiple time hashtag symbols to provide the multi-line comments. Let us use the multiple hashtag symbol. First comment is this is multi-line comment. Suppose this is line 1 of the comment and second one is the line 2 of the comment. So here as you can see we can provide the multiple comments in individual lines by using this hashtag symbol. The Python doesn't have a direct syntax for multi-line comments, but you can make use of the triple quotes as a workaround. As you can see, if our comment is of more than 10 to 15 lines, so it is somewhat tedious to provide the hashtag symbol to each and every individual lines. So for that, we may use the concept of triple quotes in the Python to provide the comment. Let us copy above all 3 lines and again use it for the purpose of triple quotes. Now for the reference, you can comment all these lines by using the shortcut also. You can press Ctrl plus / in the Windows and Command plus / in your Mac device. Suppose we want to uncomment all these 3 lines, so again press Ctrl plus / Again if you want to provide the multiple commands, so you can press Command plus / or Control plus / in your system. As we want to provide the multi-line comments, let us uncomment all these three lines. Now, to provide the multi-line comments, you can use triple quotes symbols. So, first provide a triple quote at the starting of the comment. So here you will see we have provided the triple quotes, and within these triple quotes we need to provide our multiple lines. So let us cut these lines from here and paste it in between. So here you can see all these lines are considered as the comment by the Python program. So this is a multi-line comment and it spans across multiple lines, useful for the detailed explanation. Here just keep in mind that these triple quoted comments are typically string literals but are often used as comments when not assigned to a variable. What is the string literal is, we will understand this in detail in our further sessions. So using a single hashtag symbol, you can provide a single line comment, or using the triple quotes, you can provide the multi-line comments. So why to use these comments? So these comments enhance the readability. That means it helps others to understand the purpose of the code. It clarifies the complex logic by breaking down the complicated sections of the code in explanatory comments. It also aids in debugging aid. That means you can temporarily disable parts of the code during debugging, and you can specifically select a portion of the code that you want to check. And the last one is the documentation. So you can provide details about the code's functionality, inputs, outputs, and the limitations. I hope you got the idea how to use the Python comments and what is the importance of Python comments in Python. Hello everyone. In this module, we will understand different Python variables. A variable is a named reference to a memory location that stores data. The value stored in a variable can change during the program execution. To understand the Python variables, again, let us go to the VS Code. For the reference, you can create a new file, and in that file, you can practice with this video together. Let us consider first example. If I am writing x equal to 10. So here, x is a variable storing the value 10. There are mainly two features of variable. The first one is the dynamic typing, and second one is the mutable in nature. So what is the meaning of dynamic typing? Here, as you can see, we have written x equal to 10. So here, x represents the integer type. We may also write like name equal to Python. So here you can see by default, interpreter understand that it is of string. Same way, if I am writing z equal to 3.14. So here, interpreter will understand it as float. So here, no need to declare the data type explicitly. Python determines it automatically. Second is, the value of the variable can be reassigned based on the requirement. So here first, the value of x is equal to 10. So if we are printing value of x, it gets printed as the 10. If we want to change its value, we can also write x equal to 20. So now the value of x is being 20. So if we print x, again Python will consider its value as 20. Let us run the program. So here you will see that the first value of x is 10 and secondly value is 20. So I hope you got the idea how to create different variables. There are certain rules are there for naming the variables. So let us understand the rules for naming variables. First rule is we must start with a letter or underscore. So suppose I want to provide a variable name, the valid underscore variable equal to 10. So this is the valid variable name as it is starting with the letter. Or you can also start with the underscore, that is underscore private equal to 5. So again this name is valid. Second important rule is we cannot start with a digit. So suppose the name is 1 variable equal to 10. So as you can see here, Python highlights it with the red color. That means this name is not valid. So keep in mind that we cannot start the variable name with digit. Let us comment it to avoid the error. Third important rule is it can contain letters, digits and underscore and its combination. Means if I am keeping variables underscore 1 equal to 5, so again this name is valid. Fourth rule is Python variable name is case sensitive. That means if I am keeping age equal to 25 and second capital A with the same name age equal to 30, so these both variable names are different. So again this point is important to note, the variable names are case sensitive in the case of Python. And the last important rule is we cannot use reserved keywords. Now, what is the meaning of reserved keywords? That we will understand in our further sessions also. But you can think like that. The keywords like if, else, for, which are inbuilt available in the Python, these same names we cannot assign as a variable names. So I hope you got the idea how to define the variable name in Python. In our next video, we will understand how to assign the values to the variable in the different manners. Hello everyone. In this video, we will continue our discussion on Python variables and we will understand how to assign values to variables in a different manners. To understand this, let us again go to this VS Code. Here, the first approach is single assignment that we have already discussed. You can assign a value to the variable using the equal to operator, means x equal to 10. So here, value 10 is assigned to the variable x and it is the single value. That's why it is known as the single assignment. Second approach is the multiple assignment. Here you can assign values to multiple variables in one line. That means if I want to assign value a equal to 1, b equal to 2, c equal to 3. So here you can see to assign values to these variables, we need to write the three different lines. In place of that, you can use the multiple assignment. Like this, you can write a, comma b, comma c equal to 1, comma 2, comma 3. So it is having the same meaning as the above lines, that is a equal to 1, b equal to 2 and c equal to 3. Now the next approach is you can also assign a single value to multiple variables. So suppose I want to assign value 100 to variable x, y and z. So we can write x equal to y equal to z equal to 100. So here you can use this different approach of the assignment based on your requirement. Now as you have observed till now, Python variables can hold different data types such as numeric data types, string data types, boolean data types and collection data types. So let us understand these data types in detail. So from these variable data types, the first one is numeric types. Numeric type data types means it can hold the numeric values and this data type being int, float and complex. So these are the inbuilt reserved keywords to represent the integer, float and complex values. Suppose I want to store integer value as the 10. So num equal to 10. Here Python consider it as the integer data type. If I am storing pi equal to 3.14, as this one is being the value in points, so Python consider it as float. Suppose we want to store the complex number, so let us give the variable name is complex underscore number equal to, if I am storing 2 plus 3j, so here Python consider it as the complex number. So these are the three different data types available in the Python for the numeric values. Now the second data type is string. So string is nothing but the sequence of characters enclosed in a quotes. It means if we want to store the name Python, so we need to write a name equal to within double quotes. So whatever the sequence of characters we want to store, we need to compulsory provide these values between the double quotes. It is the compulsory syntax to store the string type data. Third type is the boolean. So boolean simply represents the true or false. So suppose in any of my program, if I want to represent switch is on, yes or no. So for that we can store it into the boolean data type indicating true or false. So suppose if I am storing it under the variable name is underscore on equal to, if I want to say yes, then we will store it as the true. You may also store it as the false based on your need. Fourth important data type is the collection, that is the collection types, and it includes list, tuple, dictionary and set. If we want to store more than one values in a single variable, then these different data types are useful. Suppose I want to store numbers such as 1, 2, 3 in a one variable only. So let us say the variable is numbers equal to, I want to store the values 1, 2 and 3. So to store it in the format of list, you need to first provide the square brackets. Within that, provide the multiple values using the comma separation. So if I am entering 1, 2 and 3, here these three values are stored in the variable numbers and square bracket represent it as the list. Now suppose I want to store the coordinates in the tuple type. So for that I need to use the round brackets, and within round brackets you can provide your required values. So suppose I am storing the coordinate being the 1. So round brackets, consider it as the tuple. Next important type is the set, and set is useful to store the unique values. Means if we do not want any repetition in the values, so at that time this set type is useful. So set always represents the unique values. So let us keep the variable name as unique values equal to represent the set, we need to use the curly brackets, and within which again we will provide our values. So curly bracket represent the set. The last type is the dictionary. So dictionary is the important type in which the data is available in the format of key and value. That means with one specific entity, if we want to represent its specific value, then this dictionary is useful. So let us take the example. If we want to store multiple data of a person in a single variable, then this dictionary is useful. So let us say I want to store the name of a person and age of a person in a single variable. So in such case, the dictionary is useful. So let us take the variable name is person. To represent the dictionary, again we need to provide the curly brackets. Within this, you can provide multiple data types based on your requirement using the comma separation. So let us say I want to store the name. So I will provide the variable name being the name. Then we'll separate it with the symbol colon. Now we need to provide the name. Which name we want to store? Suppose I want to store Python. So I will type Python. So here this Python name is assigned to the name. Second, I want to provide the age. So I will provide the comma to separate the second data. Now I want to store it into the variable age. So again take age. Next, we need to store its value. So again separate it with the colon and we'll provide the value to be 30. So here you can see Python is stored in the name and value 30 is stored in the age. So this type of data type is known as the dictionary. So these are the 4 different data types that are the way more useful in your different programs based on your requirements. You may practice this separately for each different data types based on your requirement. And here you can see that we do not need to specify the specific data type. Based on the value, Python automatically detects which data type we have provided. So we need to be careful with the syntax of different data types, as Python detects the data type based on their specific syntax. I hope you got the idea about different variables, how to provide the name to the variables, and what are the different rules to provide the variable names. Looking forward to see you all in our further sessions. Till then, thank you. Hello everyone. In this video, we will understand what is the meaning of Python literals. Literals are constant values that are directly written in the code. They represent fixed data and are assigned to variables or used in expressions. To understand this, let us go to this Visual Code. Here you can see we have stored multiple values in the variables in our previous session. So here you can see again x equal to y equal to z equal to 100. So this value 100 is known as the literal. There are different types of literals are there. Let us say the first is the numeric literal. Here num equal to 10. So this 10 represent the whole number and it is the integer literal. Pi equal to 3.14. So it is the numbers with decimal. So it is known as the floating point literal or the float literal. In the complex number, value stored is 2 plus 3j. So this number 2 plus 3j is known as the complex literal, which represents the real and imaginary part. String literal represent the text and are enclosed in single, double or triple quotes. Now, what is the meaning of that? Let us again understand with the example. As you can see here, we have stored the name equal to Python. We have stored it with the double quotes. Same way you can store string literals using the single or triple quotes also. So suppose I want to store hello in a single line. So I will type single underscore line being the variable name and within the single quote hello. So again this value hello is stored in the variable single line. But suppose I want to store string data in multiple lines, then we need to use the triple quotes. So suppose I want to store in multi-line, so keep the name of variable to be the multi-line equal to, we will use the triple quotes, provide triple quotes, hit enter, and now between these triple quotes you can type any of your required line. So let us type this is multi-line string. So here you can see we have stored the value in multiple lines using a single variable. So these are the three different approach to represent a text using the string literal and that are enclosed in single, double or triple quotes. Next is the Boolean literal. Here you can represent true or false. So this value true or false represents the Boolean literal. Next is the collection literal. It is used for creating list, tuples, dictionary and sets. So again you can see here the value stored between the square bracket, round brackets and the curly brackets. These all are known as the collection literals. There is one more special literal is there, and it is the non-literal, which represents the absence of value. So suppose if I am storing data equal to none. So here none represents that there is absence of value in the variable data. So it is known as the special literal. I hope you got the idea what is the meaning of literal in the Python context. The variables in Python are dynamic in nature. It means if I am storing the value a equal to 10, so the current data type of variable a is integer. But next if I am storing a equal to within double quote hello, so now the data type of variable a is being string. So this is the beauty of using Python language and the easiness of using this Python language. So this understanding of variables and literals is crucial for building efficient Python programs. Variables act as a flexible container while literals provide a fixed data values. With this knowledge, you can efficiently store, manipulate or retrieve data in your further Python programs. Hello everyone. In this video, we will start discussion regarding to the Python type conversion. Type conversion in Python refers to the process of converting a value from one data type to another. It plays a crucial role in Python programming by ensuring compatibility between different data types during operations or function calls. So this video provides a comprehensive explanation of type conversion, its types, methods, and its some of the practical examples. So why type conversion is required? Type conversion is required to ensure compatibility during operations between different data types. It is used to manipulate or format data for specific requirements. And it is also used to handle user inputs, which is often treated as a string. And we can convert these into any other required data type using the concept of type conversion. So to understand this, let us go to this VS Code, create a new file for the practice purpose. Let us take the example x equal to 10. So here we know that it is of data type integer. Now suppose I want to convert it into the float data type. So we will write another variable y equal to, the method is first type required data type. So our required data type is float. Now then after provide the round brackets, and within round bracket you need to provide the variable or the value which you want to convert. So let us type x. So here with this syntax, variable x is converted to float. So it is called the type conversion. Let us print the y and check the value of y. Run the program. So here you can see that in the terminal we are getting the output 10.0. So this decimal value represents the integer is converted to the float. Again, let us take some of the examples. Suppose the value of a is 20. So this value is available in the string data type and we want to convert this string into the integer. So let us take variable b equal to, first type the data type, that is int, and within bracket we will pass the value a. So here string a will be converted to the integer b. So I hope you got the idea. This type conversion is used to manage the different data types based on the operations. Python supports two types of type conversion. First one is the implicit type conversion. Let us mention here implicit type conversion. Implicit type conversion means Python automatically converts one data type to another. No other instruction is required from the programmer. So typically it occurs in operations involving different data types. So let us say if I am considering x equal to 10. So here you can see that the default data type provided to this 10 will be the integer. Next, if I am writing y equal to 3.5. So here the data type of the y will be float. Now let us try to sum these. So result equal to x plus y. So here you can see that x is the integer data type, y is the float data type. Whenever we are adding these two, integer plus float will be automatically converted to the float. So the value or the data type float will be assigned to this result variable. Let us print the result. So here, when we run the program, you can see that the output is 13.5. It represents that the data type assigned to the result is the float data types. Python has automatically assigned the required data type to our variable, and it is due to the implicit type casting. To check the type of variable, you can make use of the function type and within bracket pass the variable that is x. We want to print the output of data type on the screen. So again, we will write this function within the print function. So print type x. Now run the program. So here you can see that the class is int. That means the data type provided to the x variable is integer. Same way, if we want to check the data type of result, so again type print within bracket type within bracket result. Again run the program, and here you will see that the type provided is the float. So I hope you got the idea. The implicit type conversion means the automatic type conversion that Python performs automatically. Second one is the explicit typecasting. Now it is also called the typecasting, and it is performed manually using the built-in functions, and it allows the programmer to control how the data is converted. There are some common functions are available for explicit conversion. So first let us refer to that common conversions. So here you can see that in the table, first function is the int, and it converts the data type to the integer. Means in the example, as you can see, if I want to convert 1, 2, 3 into the integer, then I need to type int, and within bracket, I will provide the variable or the value which I want to convert. So similarly, you will find different functions for the explicit conversions. So to remember that, you can simply keep in mind that you need to have the exact idea about the name of data type. Let us say int, float, string, list, tuple, set, and bool. And based on that name only, these functions are created. So you may be able to easily remember these functions based on your need. Let us understand this explicit conversion with the example. So again, go to this VS Code. Now suppose I am storing the value pi equal to 3.40. Now I want to convert this float variable into the string variable. That means I want to change the data type. So for that, we need to use the concept of explicit type casting. Suppose I want to store it into the z variable. So z equal to, now to convert it into the string, we will type first str, that is the inbuilt function. Then within round bracket, we will provide our variable, that is the pi. So now here, this value pi will be converted to the string. Let us print z and run the program. So here you can see that at the bottom, the value printed is the 3.14, but it is of type string. To verify that, again type print type and within bracket z. Again run the program, and here in the output you can see that the class is string. Means now our float value is converted to the string. Let us again take another example. Suppose the value a1 equal to 0. Now I want to convert this 0 into the boolean variable and the boolean data type. That's why let us take variable b1 equal to convert it into the boolean variable, we will type bool within bracket value, that is the a1. Now to print it, let us type print b1, and to print its type also, we will type print type and b1 and run the program. So here you can see that the 0 refers to the false value and the data type is the boolean. So I hope you got the idea how this typecasting is useful, and there are two types of typecasting, that is the explicit and the implicit typecasting. So the important points to remember are, first is type conversion is the conversion of an object from one data type to another data type. Implicit typecasting conversion is automatically performed by the Python interpreter. Python avoids the loss of data in implicit typecasting. Explicit typecasting is also called only typecasting, and the data types of objects are converted using predefined functions by the user. In typecasting, loss of data may also occur as we enforce the object to specific data type. So the meaning of that is, suppose as you can see, we have provided the variable pi that is equal to 3.14. I want to convert it into the integer. So let us type c1 equal to int pi. So here you can see that we are trying to convert the decimal value into the integer value. That means in place of 3.14, we will get only output 3. So this 0.14 is nothing but the loss of data. So there may be a chances that due to the explicit typecasting, if we don't know exact requirement of our program, then there might be a possibility that we may lose some of the important data. So let us check the output. Again, type of print and see 1. Run the program. So here you can see that the output is 3. That means the other decimal values are lost due to this typecasting. I hope this typecasting concept is helpful to you and you are getting the exact important details that are needed for our further programs. Looking forward to see you all in our further sessions. Till then, thank you. Hello everyone. In this video, we will understand use of basic input and output in Python. Basic input and output operations in Python allow interaction between the program and the user. Input lets the program receive data from the user, while output displays the data to the user. These operations form the backbone of creating interactive and dynamic Python applications. This video explores how to use output functions effectively, including formatting techniques and practical examples. Python uses the print function to display output to the user. Now the syntax of print is as you can see on the screen. First you need to type the print. Within round bracket, you can provide 3 different values. First is object. Object refers to the one or more items to be printed on the screen. Second is the separator, and for that you need to type SEP equal to, then within single quote or double quote you can insert the object with which you want to separate the multiple objects, and the default value provided is a space. Third is the AND. It defines how the final data is printed at the end of your statement based on the tool or the value provided over here. So here the string is appended after the last object and the default value is the new line. That means once you print the data, then after new line will be created and the next data will be printed on the new line. Now to understand this print function in detail, let us go to VS Code. You may have already used print function in our previous programs also, but now here we will understand the different use and the different methodology how we can use this print function. So the first method is you can simply type print and within which within double quote whatever data you want to print you can just provide in between this double quote. So here currently we have written print within double quote Python world. So once we run this program we will get the output Python world. You can see on the screen. Second advantage is you can print multiple objects also. Let us take the second example, uncomment this data. So here you can see that we have printed 4 different entities. First name, comma, John, comma, age, comma, 30. So this comma separator combines all these 4 different words into a one single line. So again run the program and here you see that the output is name John and age 30. And between each object, you can see that the default space is provided. Third is you can make use of the custom separator. So let us have a look at the third example. Here you can see that we have printed 3 different words Python, comma is, comma fun. Here we have used the separator. So to use the separator, we need to type SEP equal to. Then within single or double quote, you can provide your separator. We want to separate each word with the dash. So here we have provided dash. Run the program and see the output. So at the bottom, you can see that the Python dash is dash fun. So each word in place of a space separated by the dash. Other than this, you can also provide different escape characters based on your need. So what are the escape characters? Escape characters are special characters used to format the output. So here the default syntax are backward slash n represents new line, backward slash t represents the tab, two backward slash represents the backslash, single backward slash with single quote and the double quote represents the use of single and double quote. So these are the standard syntax you may utilize based on your format. So let us again go back to VS Code. Now consider the same example. Here the data printed is Python is fun, but here I want to separate it with the tab. Means the space similar to the tab will be provided between each word. So type within separator backward slash t. Again run the program. So here you can see that the space provided Python is 1. Same way, suppose I want to print in the new line. So you can use the separator slash n. So change the value to /n, run the program. Here at the bottom, you can see the output Python is on. So each word is separated by a new line. Fourth use is you can make use of the custom end characters also. So for that, consider the next example. Here you can see that first we have printed hello, and then we have provided the end character to be the comma. That means after end of this print statement, the comma will be provided. The next statement is world. So now between these two, end point used is the comma. Run the program. So at the bottom, you can again see the output hello, comma is provided due to the end and the world. Now again here you can provide any of the escape characters based on your need, or you may change any required formatting data based on your requirement. Next we will understand how we can format the string properly for the proper visualization using some of the functionalities. So the first use is using the fstring function. Consider the example for the same. So say the name is stored as John and the age is provided 25. Now I want to print John is 25 years old, but I do not want to provide the fixed value, but I want to print based on the variable values, because there might be a possibility the name and the age may change based on the user input or the variable values. So how we can use? So first you need to type the print, then to use the f string, first type f, then now within double quote you need to use your required string and the curly brackets. So suppose I want to print first name. Now this refers to the variable. So to refer the variable, we will write that variable within curly bracket. So within curly bracket, provided the variable name. Next string, that is. Now I want to provide the age. So again it is variable. So we will type within the curly brackets. So within curly bracket, age is provided. And the next statement is years old. That means whatever name we are providing and the whatever age we are providing, accordingly this printing statement will change. So again run the program. So here you will see the output John is 25 years old. Now there may be a possibility in place of John we are providing the name to be Jane and the age to be 35. So now printing statement will remain same, but based on the variable name and age will change automatically based on the inputs. So again run the program, and here you can see the output Jane is 35 years old. So this is the beauty of using f-string functionality to provide proper formatting to your output. Second method is using format method. So consider its example again. Here you can see that first variable name 1 is Bob, second variable name 2 is Jen. Now there is another possibility that you do not want to provide the variable's name in between, but first you provide the syntax for the same, and then at the end you want to define the variable names. Let us take the example. Suppose I want to print hello Bob, I am Jen. So as you can see, the Bob is stored in the name 1 and the Jen is stored in the name 2. So we will write print within double quotes hello, comma. We want to provide the name, that is Bob, but it is in this variable, so we will provide only curly brackets, comma, I am Jen. Again Jen is stored in the name2 variable, so we will only provide the curly bracket. We will complete our string with the double quotes. Now in place of curly brackets, we need to provide which value will go in curly bracket, but we need to provide these values in the same sequence as the curly brackets provided. Means as I want to type first Bob in the first curly bracket, so we will type dot format, and within round bracket we will provide the number of variables based on the curly brackets available. So first we want to provide the Bob, so here we will write dot format name 1, comma. For the second curly bracket we will provide the name 2. So here in the first curly bracket Bob will be passed, and in the second curly bracket name 2, that is the Jane, will be passed. So again run the program. So you can see that the output is hello Bob, I am Jen. But now suppose if you have changed dot format, first you have provided name 2 and then you have provided name 1. So now in the first curly bracket name 2 will go, and in the second curly bracket name 1 will go. So now run the program. So you can see the output hello Jen, I am Bob. So we need to keep in mind in which curly bracket we need to provide which variable. So accordingly we need to manage the sequence. So these are the different methods available to format your outputs. Now, same way as we have understood, there are different escape characters are available. Between the strings, you can also use different escape characters. Suppose I want to print Python world, but here I want to separate Python and world with the new line. So for that, just we will provide escape character over here, backward slash n. So this backward slash n will provide the new line between these two words. So run the program. So at the bottom, you can say that the Python and world both are separated by the new line. If you want to provide the space as much as tab, then type slash t. Again run the program. So now here you can see that the space is provided that much of tab. So I hope you got the idea how to use this output functionality using the print function in Python programming. Hello everyone. In this video, we will understand Python input. So Python uses the input function to take input from the user. To understand the syntax of input function, go to the VS Code. So the syntax of the Python input is first you need to type the input and then within bracket you will provide the prompt. So what is the meaning of prompt? Prompt is an optional text that is displayed to the user before taking the input. So suppose I am typing enter your name. So that means on the screen user will be displayed that enter your name. And after this user will be asked to enter the name on the screen. Now this is the method how we will take the input, but where this input will be stored. So this always returns the input as a string. We need to store the answer by default into the string data type. So suppose we want to store it into the variable name. So type name equal to input, enter your name. So whatever the entry user will be entering, that will be stored into the name variable. And then after we want to print, let us say if hello and then name of that person. So within curly bracket, we will type name. So here we have used the string formatter to print the data. Now run the program. So as you can see on the screen, you will be asked to enter your name. Enter your required name. So I'm entering John and hit enter. So here you can see that whatever the entry user has entered, that value will be passed into the variable name and this name will be passed into our print function. So we got the output hello John. Here keep in mind that the default data type of the input function is the string. So always the output will be given in the string data type. But it is not always required that we want the string output. There may be a necessity that we want to have some numbers and we want to perform some of the mathematical operations. For these, we need to use the concept of type conversion. We already know how to convert the data type from one data type to another data type. Let us take the another input age equal to input and the prompt provided will be enter your age. Now here the data type of the age will be string. To check the data type, write print type and variable name age. Now we want to convert these data type string to the integer data type. So for that we will use the explicit typecasting. So we will type again, we want to store it into same variable. So age equal to first required data type int and within bracket again age. So this statement will convert string data type to the integer data type. Again, let us check the data type. So print type and the variable age. Now run the program. First enter the name being the John and the age, let us say 30 and hit enter. So here you can see that the first data type is string and using the explicit typecasting, we have converted into the int data type. It is not always necessary to separately typecast the required data type into the different line. You may perform the same task in the same line also. So that means suppose I want to convert these user entered age into the integer data type, we may reduce these lines and directly type age equal to, we want to convert it into the int data type and then within round bracket we will provide all the data. So directly it will convert the string data type into the integer data type and it will be stored into the age variable. So this is the methodology to take the single user input, but there may be a chances that we want to take multiple inputs also. So for that we need to use split method also. So the method name is split and by default this method splits the data from white space. Means in your statement whenever you are providing the space, from that part it is splitting the data. To understand it, let us take the example. Before that, first comment all the previous data so that we can focus on our next part. Now I want to take the input for two variable x, y equal to. We want to take the input, so type input. Here we will specifically say enter two numbers separated by space. And to separate the data after the input method, we will use the method split. So we will type dot split and the round brackets. Whenever I am saying the term method, that means we need to provide the round brackets at the end of that name. Now we want to print both the values. So type print within round bracket. We will use the formatted string. So if first value being the x and the second value being the y. Now run the program. Here we have been asked to provide the two numbers. So first number being the 10 space 20. Once we hit the enter, this 10 and 20 gets separated from the space, and 10 value will be stored into the x and 20 value will be stored into the y. So hit enter, and here you can see that the first is 10 and the second is 20. Now we already know the default data type of the input method is the string. So suppose if we perform addition on this variable, then they will be treated as the string. So let us type x plus y and again run the program, enter the values 10, 20. So you will get the output 10, 20. As these are the string, these two elements get combined, but these two are not added as Python is treating it as the different string or the text. Now to perform the summation, we need to convert these values into the integer data type. Now to perform the summation, let us convert x and y into the integer. So x equal to int x and y equal to int y. Now we will print the sum. So let us type print sum is within double quote. We will separate it with the variables with the comma. Now run the program. Again enter the two numbers. Let us type 10 space 20. And now you will get the output sum is 30. So using this input function, you may take single value as an input, or you can also take multiple values as an input based on your requirement. So this input output functionality is too much helpful to make your programs interactive while you are working with the real time problems. Now, with the completion of all these concepts, you are ready to move with the next step of the Python programming, that is the operators and the expressions in Python programming. So we will start our discussion onto that topics from our further session onwards. So stay connected with me in the further sessions. Till then, thank you. Hello everyone. In this video, we will start our discussion regarding Python operators and expressions. Operators and expressions are fundamental components of Python programming. Operators perform operations on variables and values, while expressions combine variables, operators, and literals to produce result. From this video onwards, we will provide a comprehensive explanation of Python operators, their types, and how they are used in expressions with examples. So what is operator? An operator is a symbol or keyword used to perform specific operations on one or more variables or values. There are various types of operators are available. From that, we will start our discussion with the first one, that is arithmetic operators. You may have already performed these arithmetic operations as a part of mathematics. So these are addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Now some of the new ones are floor division, modulus, and the exponents. So in the first section, as you can see here, the different symbols that we will be using are provided, that are known as the operators. In the first column, we will see plus, minus, multiplication. For the division, we will use forward slash, whereas for the floor division, we will use two forward slash. The modulus, which will give us the remainder. For that, we will use the symbol percentage. And to get the power or the exponents, we will use the 2 times star symbol to perform that operation. So in the example also you can see addition, subtraction, multiplication and division provides the respective answer. But in division, keep in mind that it will provide the float value. The meaning of floor division is that we will only get the quotient value without the decimal. So if we perform 10 divided by 3, the exact answer will be 3.333, but performing the floor division, we will get only the integer number, that is 3. Modulus will give us the remainder. So 10 modulo 3, that is equal to 1. that 1 represents the remainder. And the exponent, that is 2 star 3, means 2 raised to 3. So that will give us the output 8. So let us understand all these arithmetic operators in the program. For that, go to the VS Code. We have already created a file for your reference. So as you can see, we have provided the fixed value, num1 being the 10, num2 3. Then we have printed both the numbers, first number and the second number. Now first, if we want to perform the addition, so we have stored it into the addition variable. So num1 plus num2, that will give us the summation 10 plus 3, that will be 13. So here our output will be 13. Next, subtraction. So num1 minus num2 will give us the output 7. Third, multiplication. So num1 into num2 stored into multiplication variable, and here we will get the output 30. Next is the division. Keep in mind that division will give us the output in float data type. So here 10 divided by 3 will give us the output 3.333. Next is the floor division. So we will write num1 2 times forward slash num2, and it will give us the quotient value in integer. So 10 divided by 3, it will give us the output 3. Next is the modulus or remainder. So for that, we will write modulus equal to num1 modulo num2. So 10 modulo 3 will give us the remainder, and the remainder value being the 1. Now last arithmetic operator is exponent, and for the exponent we will use num1 star star num2. That means num1 raised to num2. So here we will get 10 raised to 3. So our output will be 1000. So I hope you got the idea how these different symbols we need to use to perform some of the arithmetic operations. Now run the program. So here you can see that first number 10, second number 3, and accordingly we have performed the operation addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, floor division, modulus, and the exponents. These arithmetic operations will be helpful to you while performing some of the mathematical operations based on your requirement. Next, we will understand the logical operator. So for that, again go back to the slide. So these logical operators are used to combine conditional statements. So as you can see in the example, we will be using the three different operators: first and, then or, and the not. So these are the inbuilt keyword that we will be using in Python to perform the logical operations. As you can see in the example, these and, or, and not example works based on the conditional statements. As we know, the AND operator represents that if any of the condition is false, then we will get the output false. If both the conditions are true, then and then only we will get our output to be true. Second, in OR operator, if any of the condition is true, then we will get the output true. If both conditions are false, then and then only we will get our output false. And the last one is the NOT operator. This operator converts our output. If it is false, then converts it into the true. And if our output is true, then converts it into the false. And here keep in mind that the logical operators will always provide output in the Boolean data type. So again, we will go back to VS Code to understand these logical operators. As you can see in the program, we have provided the fixed values. First is true, second one is the false. We have printed both the values to be condition 1, condition 2. Here for the reference, we have assumed that condition 1 is true, whereas condition 2 is false. Now in place of true or false, in a real example, we will be having any specific condition. Based on that, we will get the output. First is the logical AND. So as you can see, we have stored the answer in variable result underscore and here we have used the operator AND. So condition 1 AND is the inbuilt keyword, and condition 2. So in our case, condition 1 is true and condition 2 is false. So true and false, as it is the AND operator, one of the condition is false. That means we will get our output to be the false. So here our output will be false. Second is OR operator. So condition 1 or condition 2. So true or false. So one of the condition is true. That's why we will get our output to be true. Third one is logical NOT, and here as you can see, first one is not condition 1. Condition 1 is true and we have used the NOT operator. That means here our output will be false. And in the second condition, again not condition 2, means our output will be true. So these logical operators will be helpful to get the output based on the combination of different conditions as per our requirement. So I hope you got the idea how these logical operators might be helpful to perform some of the mathematical operations or the conditional check to fulfill our requirement. In this video, we understood assignment and logical operators in detail. The remaining operators we will understand in our further sessions. Hello everyone. In this video, we will continue our discussion on operators and we will continue with the comparison or relational operators. So these operators are used to compare values and return a Boolean result. With the use of these operators, we will always get our output in Boolean data type. It may be either true or false. On the first column, you will find that there are specific symbols you need to use comparison operators. First is equal to, second is not equal to, so you need to use exclamatory mark and then equal to. Remaining four are same as the mathematical operators, so greater than, less than, greater than equal to, and less than equal to. So if provided values satisfy the given operator condition, then we will get the output true, else we will get the output false. You may refer the examples provided here to understand the output. We will go to the VS Code to again understand the use of comparison operators. As you can see in the example, we have provided the fixed values, number 1 15, number 2 10. We have printed both the numbers, first and second number. Now first operator is the equal to operator. As you can see, we have used the operator num1 equal num2. So here you can see that 15 equal 10 and the answer is no. So here we will get the output false. Second operator is not equal to. So here we have written num1 exclamatory mark equal to num2 and 15 is not equal to 10. So yes, so we will get the output true. Next is the greater than operator. So here num1 is greater than num2. Yes, so we will get the output true. Fourth is num1 less than num2. So the answer is no. So we will get the output false. Now the next one is greater than or equal to. So num1 is greater than or equal to num2. Yes, num1 is greater than num2. So here we will get the output true. And the last one is less than or equal to. So here num1 is less than num2. The answer is no. So we will get the output false. So as you can see, based on the provided values, this operator checks if both the values are same or it may be a greater than, less than or not equal to. So if we want to perform any checks on the numbers, then at that point these comparison operators are useful. To get the output, let us run the program. So in the output, you can see that num1 equal to num2, the answer is false. Num1 not equal to num2, answer is true. Num1 greater than num2, again answer is true. So same way, you can check the answer as we have discussed. Accordingly, we will get the output. So here output depends purely on the provided values and based on that, Python will give the output. Next, we will understand the assignment operator. So for that, again, go back to the slide. These assignment operators are used to assign values to the variables, and there are different methodologies to provide the assignment. The first operator is equal to, so it will directly assign the value. If we have written x equal to 5, so these 5 value will be assigned to x. Other than that, we can also perform arithmetic operations combining with the assignment operators. So on the first column, again you can see we have provided the operators combining with the arithmetic operators. So first plus equal to, minus equal to, multiply equal to, divide equal to, floor divide and assign, exponent equal to, and the modulo equal to. So what is the meaning of this symbol? That is provided in the description. So plus equal to refers to that first we will add and then assign the value. So as you can see in the example, we have written x plus equal to 3. So the meaning of that is x equal to x plus 3. Same way, if we have mentioned x minus equal to 2, then the meaning of that is x equal to x minus 2. Same way, you can understand the meaning of remaining operators. So to understand the output of these operators, again, let us go back to the VS Code. In the reference program, you can see that first we have provided the fixed value using the assignment operator equal to, so num equal to 10. So this is the initial value. Now again we are using the assignment operator and we have provided num equal to 15. So now the new assigned value to num variable is the 15. Next is num plus equal to 5. So plus equal to 5 means first we will add and then assign the value. So the meaning of num plus equal to 5 is num equal to num plus 5. The updated value of the num is 15. So 15 plus equal to 5, we will get the output 20. Next is num minus equal to 3. So now our output will be 20 minus 3. So it is 17. Next is num multiply equal to 2. So our output will be here 17 into 2. That means 34. Next is divide and assign. So num divide equal to 4. That means 34 divided by 4. So we will get our output 8.5. Next is floor divide and assign. So num floor divide equal to 2. That means 8.5 divided by 2. But here we will get our output in the integer value only. So our output will be 4. Next is modulus and assign. So num modulo equal to 3 means 4 modulo 3. So here our remainder will be 1. So our output will be 1. And the last is exponent and assign. So 1 exponent 2, that means 1 raised to 2, and here our output will be 1 raised to 2, that is equal to 1. So again we will get the output 1. So using these assignment operators, you can assign fixed value to the variables also, or you may perform arithmetic operations with the assignment also. To check the output, run the program, and at the bottom you can check the output. The initial value is 10, new assigned value is 15, and accordingly the discussed output you can see on the screen. Here you can observe that the divide and assign will provide the output 8.5, and that is the float value. And then after we have performed any operation on this float value and all the values we have received in the float data type. So the answers are not 4, 1 and 1, but the answers are in float data type. That means 4.0, 1.0 and 1.0. So while getting the output, again we need to keep in mind that the implicit typecasting works here. Based on that, we are getting our output in the float data type. Now next we will discuss about the identity operator. These identity operators are used to check if two objects have the same memory location. So the first operator is operator. The is operator checks if two variables reference the same object in the memory. That means if we have created the two variables x and y, let us say these two are the objects. So if these two variables are referencing to the same memory location, then we will get the output true, else we will get the output false. The second is not operator, and it checks if two variable reference the different objects or not. If they refer to the different objects, then our output will be true, else our output will be false. So you can see over here again, these identity operators will give us the output in Boolean data type only. That means it will be either true or false. To understand these identity operators, again go back to VS Code. In the program, you can see that we have provided the fixed variable x equal to 10, y equal to 10. So these two variables are referring to the value 10. The next is variable z that represents the list 1, 2, 3. And again, variable w refers to the list 1, 2, 3. So here you can see that we have used the collection type data, that is the list. And so this z and w variable refers to the list. The collection type variable refers to the object, and keep in mind that this collection type data, though values are being same, every time created new in the memory location. So Z and W refers to the different memory location, though they are having the same value. So after fixing these four values, we have printed all these four values. And next now, first we have used the is operator. So you can see that we have used x is y. So Python will check if x and y refers to the same memory location. So here x and y referring to the variable. So yes, these two are referring to the same value only. So here we will get the output true. Next, we have checked if z is w. So z and w are referring to the same values, but these two are being the collection type. So the memory location of both these will be different. So we will get our output to be false. Again, keep in mind that these identity operators are checking the memory location of the variables if they are same or not. Next is not operator. So first we have checked x is not y, but we have already seen x and y are referring to the same value in the same memory location. So in such case we will get our output false. And the next is z is not w. So yes, z is not w, both are referring to the different locations. So here we will get our output true. Now to check the output, again run the program. So in the terminal, you can check that X and Y are referring to the same value or the same memory location. So we are getting the output true, whereas Z and W are referring to the different memory location. So we are getting the output false. So if anytime in our program, if you want to check that the variables that we have created are referring to the same memory location or not, then we may use these identity operators. Go through all these different data types again and practice them in the separate files so that you may be familiar with the output that you are getting based on the different values. Looking forward to see you all in our further session. Till then, thank you. Hello everyone. In this video, we will understand operators precedence in Python programming. In Python, operator precedence determines the order in which operations are evaluated in expression. Understanding the precedence helps avoid logical errors and write efficient bug-free code. Let us first see operators precedence table. Here you can see that the multiple operators are provided in the column from highest to lowest order. That means if we have written any expression combining all these different variables, values, and operators, then first precedence will be given to the parenthesis, then to the exponent, and same way in the downside, you will find that from highest to lowest order, multiple operators are provided. So while executing any expressions, Python is keeping in mind these operators precedence to get you the output. Let us understand this precedence with the example. So we will go to the first example. Here you can see that the expression is provided and answer is stored into the result variable. So here result equal to 5 plus 10 into 2 greater than 25 and 15 divided by 3 equal 5. So here multiple operators are combined in combination with the values. So to get the output for this expression, we must need to follow the operators precedence. Based on the table, first we need to perform multiplication operation and the division operations. So first step will be the multiplication. So 10 into 2 equal to 20. Second will be division, and for that 15 divided by 3 equal to 5. So in place of 10 into 2 we will get 20. In place of 15 divided by 3 we will get 5. Next operation will be the addition operation. So 5 plus 20 equal to 25. After addition operation, now the remaining operators are greater than and equal operator. So now first evaluate the greater than operator. So for the comparison, 25 greater than 25 evaluates to false. Same way, 5 equal 5 evaluates to true. Now the final expression remaining is AND operator, and for that the final values available are false and true. So this will evaluate to false. So finally, these many steps are followed by the Python and we will get the output to be false. To understand Python operator precedence clearly, let us take the second example. So in example 2, again you will see multiple operators are provided. Looking at this expression, we can see that the parentheses are provided in this expression. So first, we will execute the parenthesis. The execution of parenthesis will be 5 plus 10 equal to 15 and 3 plus 2 equal to 5. After that, we will perform the multiplication operation. So 15 into 2 equal to 30. Next, division operation. So that is 15 divided by 5 equal to 3. Next again, we will perform comparison operation. So that is 30 greater than 25 evaluates to true. And next is equality checks. That is 3 equal 3 and it is evaluating to true. Last operation remaining, that is the logical OR operation, and the values are true or true, and this is evaluating to true. So at the end, we will get our output to be true. So I hope you got the idea how this operator precedence table is useful to execute different expressions based on the operators provided. Now to check the output of both these examples, let us go to the VS Code. And here we have provided the same example 1 and the example 2. So for that, let us run the program. So as you can see, for the first example, we are getting the output false. And for the second example, we are getting the output true. So with these two examples, I hope you got the idea how these operators precedence table will be useful to you to solve different expressions. I suggest you to practice more expressions and check the results to build your confidence. With the end of this video, I would like to congratulate all and making it this far. Learning Python or any programming language is like building a foundation for endless possibilities. By understanding operators and expressions, you have unlocked one of the most critical tools in your programming journey. Remember, every complex programming starts with mastering the basics, and you are doing just that. Today, you have taken another step closer to becoming a confident Python programmer. The path may seem challenging at times, but each concept you conquer builds you a confidence and opens doors to innovation and creativity. Keep pushing forward, keep practicing, and most importantly, believe in your ability to learn and grow. Your efforts today are shaping you into a problem solver of tomorrow. Stay curious, keep coding, and I will see you in the next video where we will dive deeper into Python. Until then, take pride in your progress and never stop exploring. You have got this. Hello everyone. In this video, I will teach you how to learn Python using ChatGPT. To use ChatGPT, we need to provide a prompt or information in a clear way to get the AI output. Prompt in ChatGPT is the input or question provided by a user to initiate a conversion or request information. It acts as a starting point for generating a response. The quality and clarity of a prompt directly influence the relevance and accuracy of the AI's output. Prompts are important because they are guide the AI on what the user needs, ensuring concise and useful response. A well-structured prompt minimizes ambiguity and helps avoid incomplete or incorrect answers. For example, explain Python data types with examples. This will provide better result than tell me about the data types. So here, ChatGPT gets confused. You are talking about the data types of which language. So it is better if we provide the clear information to the ChatGPT. By refining prompts, user can unlock ChatGPT's full potential, making it a powerful tool for learning, problem solving, and creative tasks. Clear prompts save time, enhance productivity, and make interactions more engaging and effectively. For your reference, some of the prompts are provided over here to get the output from the ChatGPT. So let's go to the ChatGPT and provide some important prompts to get the output. Suppose I want to learn the numeric data type from ChatGPT in Python. So for that, we will provide the information such that explain Python's numeric data types with examples and hit enter. So here you will get the output with proper information and some of the examples also. Here you can see that Python has provided some of the important information regarding the numeric data types, and also the examples are provided over here. Next, if you want to learn arithmetic operators in Python, so you may ask explain arithmetic operators with example and hit enter. Here, ChatGPT has provided all the arithmetic operators with the examples. And if you look at the prompt here, we have not specified the programming language, but from the previous prompt, ChatGPT has automatically detected that we are talking about the Python language. So you can understand that each prompt may be relevant to the previous prompt also. So you will get the output accordingly. Same way, you can understand all the different operators using this ChatGPT also. Next, suppose we want to understand what are the strings in Python. So you may ask the same to the ChatGPT. So we may provide the prompt, what are strings in Python, and hit enter. So here, so much information is provided by the ChatGPT with regard to the string. Let us again take one more prompt. Suppose we want to understand the basic input and output in Python. So we will provide the information. Explain basic input and output with one example in brief in Python. So here you can see that the chat GPT has provided the concise information regarding the input and output that we have already discussed. Using the input function, we may get the input from the user, and using the print function, we can get the output on the screen. I hope with these examples you understood how to make use of chat GPT to learn more about the Python topics. So the next time you are reviewing topics like commands, input or output or operators, try using chat GPT. Just type your question and let it guide you. Remember, learning is a journey and every question you ask brings you one step closer to mastery. I will see you in the next session with more Python concepts. Until then, make ChatGPT your learning partner and strengthen your skills.